Going back to wrestling with Ski. Can't believe that worked the first time. And now to get into what we should have got into yesterday. But life happens, which was Survivor Series, which, I mean, regardless of how you felt about it and everything, I thought that the wrestling was good. So that's the key to it. I mean, regardless of how you feel about everything else, like I thought the wrestling was really, really good. So I'm going to say that, first and foremost. And there were some shockers. I mean, stuff that you didn't, see. And then there was that whole golden egg thing, which, they're just doing it for promotion for the new movie. It doesn't surprise us because, the whole zombie thing earlier in the year for Batista's movie, I believe it was. So, yeah, they do stuff like that. But overall, again, I thought the wrestling was good. The pre-show, I don't understand how the Intercontinental title, how that championship and the United States Championship, like, which are supposed to be the secondary titles right underneath the main ones for the workhorses, like how that got relegated to the pre-show when they could have had, I think, maybe the Battle Royal, for example, on there, but they still went out there and delivered. I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boogs there, and Damian Priest. I mean, they put on a hell of a match, but exactly what we think they would have for a match. Lots of striking, which is kind of what, at least, if you're going to have a match with guys that can strike, at least have two guys that are known for, striking and doing that stuff. So that was really, really good to see. Again, should it, if I think it should be on the pre-show or the main card, my opinion means absolutely nothing to them. Just like most of y'all's opinions mean absolutely nothing to them, apparently. But Shin and, Priest, I thought that was a hell of a match. And we got to see Priest, snap again when Boog started playing the guitar, tried to get Shin back into it, and, snap him out of it. And that's what got Priest to snap, comes out, breaks the guitar over his knee, attacks both of them. And, just walks away. At least it wasn't a complete nuclear meltdown like, they had him do it the first time, which obviously they're just doing it because it was the first time, to show that side of him. So, I don't get why. I get why. I mean, they had him do it, just hit, see you later. Wasn't a complete meltdown because he already did that, to show that he has that side. And again, it was a great match. I mean, they both looked great from it. Which is really the key, I think, and all of that stuff is for everyone to look good. I mean, if you go in there and everyone looks good, I'd say you've accomplished your mission, to make everyone look good. Again, biggest disappointment was that they had those championships on the pre-show because, a lot of people aren't watching it. Everyone isn't in their seats yet. But, I mean, they went out there and did what they had to do. For what they could and everything. And it was a great match. So, and I like both of them. I thought Shin was violently underutilized since he got to the main roster after that quick little push. Just like, Asuka too. I mean, they both got up to the main roster, run the Rumbles, went to Mania, and then for the longest time. So good to see him IC champ. Hopefully he sticks around for a while. He keeps it going. I love him. I think he's talented, and it's good that they see him doing something finally. So, and Priest got to do his thing again. So overall, I can't complain about that, which moves us on to the main card. And while as good as the first match was between SmackDown champion Charlotte and Raw Women's champion Becky Lynch, Becky Two Cheeks, I've seen that so many times. Which, I mean, granted, it was large and in charge there. I mean, you couldn't miss the things hanging out there. But, I mean, takeaways, I mean, is Pat McAfee and Corey Graves together is amazing to me on, commentary. Like, I thought they played very well off of one another. Granted, they'll never be on the same, show. I can almost guarantee that, but they're really good playing off each other. Charlotte seemed to be in, control for most of the match, in my opinion. But I mean, they put together a great one, had everything going. I mean, Charlotte was doing Charlotte things, doing her thing. It's a pay-per-view. She always, shows out. In a match, ending with Charlotte grabbing the ropes and the ref catching her, and then Becky rolling her over. Counter that and grabbing the ropes at the last second to get the win, using Charlotte's own thing against her. Like, and the fact that was it, like, otherwise I figured, all the times I've seen Charlotte lose it and all hell would have broke loose. I figured something stupid was going to happen. I'm sure we all thought something stupid was going to happen just with everything that was going on. So I'm sure a lot of people didn't expect it to be 100% clear and clean and all that. Again, granted, grabbing the rope, whatever. Comparatively to what it could have been and what we've seen at some of them, I was thoroughly impressed that they let them do, and they did a lot of that for the night. Which again, just how title matches and some of these people have been going with kendo sticks, steel chairs, all that that we've seen. I was actually really happy to see it, and it was a good match. I mean, everyone's still talking about Becky's outfit, but I mean that match was phenomenal. It was good. I liked it. Again, I thought wrestling wise that it was a really good night for the company, and they needed a really good night because no offense to that, AEW. They finally figured out how to put their best match of the night on not last. On first, not first. They put it on the end of the show here recently, which that was a good change of pace for Dynamite. They always started out really good, which again, I have no problem with that. Get people locked in, but it was a good night of wrestling for the company. We had a bunch of Rock 25th anniversary video package moments. First one was his debut at Survivor Series 5 years ago and being the sole survivor. And trust me, JR was pushing him as this blue chipper. He went out of his way to make sure we all got that. There were a lot of, Rock moments. I'm not complaining about it. It was 25 years. I just, between all the moments, all the push, all the time they talked about it, Vince and that stupid egg. I was hoping he was going to be there, but it is what it is. Moved on to the men's 5-on-5 match. Team Raw with Bobby Lashley with MVP. Good to see MVP back. Austin Theory, Finn Balor, KO, and Seth Rollins versus SmackDown teams at King Woods, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre. And I love the meme that I saw of Kevin waiting a whole entire year to get his revenge on Seth, and Seth tagged done for Team SmackDown, just walked right out last year. I stopped one. Oh, yeah, he really did, didn't he? Granted, whether they were trying it or not, trying to do it all, but him getting tagged in and then walking off to get counted out. And if you want, you want to call him a low life, then he'll be the best low life ever. That whole thing, I completely whiffed it. No offense to WWE. They've given me a lot of reasons to forget a lot of things, but KO doing that, full thing. Again, it was a hell of a match. There was some dumb stuff in there, but after KO getting out of Finn, it's a coup de grace to eliminate Happy Corbin. Lashley makes Woods fall off the top rope, hits a spear, puts him in the hurt lock. Her elimination. Drew and Bobby get themselves counted out, beating the hell out of each other outside the ring. So, it's a good way, get them both out without anyone having to actually get pinned or anything like that. Theoretically, that's what they accomplished, which I'm guessing is mission accomplished. Just, hear all the rumors about, Drew being the next guy on SmackDown, and it's Lashley. This run right here is the best one he's had, so don't, fumble it. But after they get eliminated, Seth runs a Sucko, which he's good at. Glasgow Kiss on his way out. Worst ever for Finn on his landing on the coup de grace. We've seen him land and roll through all the time. That time, we've seen him do it when he's mauled through ladder matches, he's beaten to death, roll through it. Took it dirty. It looked bad, but otherwise, gets a brogue. Finn's gone. Austin Theory rolls up Sheamus and eliminates him. Yeah, too bad we can't see where that's going to go. It's separate shows, but it can lead us to something for next year if they do the draft. Sheamus takes out Jeff Hardy and Austin Theory before he leaves, though. Jeff hits a swanton to eliminate Austin Theory. And then in the end, I was surprised to see Jeff as the last guy standing for SmackDown, but good for him. I think he deserves one more good run. I think he could still go if they put him in, everyone's saying, Edge first came back, he looked so bad. Yeah, and then look what happened. They actually stopped making him try to play the feeble old man. He could still go. They actually let him go. So it was good to see him as the last one, though. Seth gets his knees up, hits a stomp, Raw gets the win. Last year, Raw got shut up. Well, I remember, no, Raw won everything, didn't they? Yeah, they can win Survivor Series. SmackDown wins the ratings. That's what it was. Vince in the overly stupid entrance where you could literally see the limo sitting there waiting. They edited it dog shit. No, pardon my French, but what else would you call it? You could literally see the limo sitting there waiting for a few seconds before it started rolling in with them, and everyone overly cheering. get to see the Rock moment when Vince and Shane screwed over, Mankind. The Rock became the corporate champion. Again, that was a great moment. Like watching it as, the age I was at then. Might as well say I was a kid. It was a very long time ago. So I was seeing that when I was a kid. Like that was pretty cool. Roman in Vince's office telling about that stupid $100 million egg. Roman gets up and $100 million. There's Roman about as much as my next contract. As he walks away, they go. Again, lots of good, little moments. Him having his little moment there as his cousin, The Rock's cousin with Roman. And again, Roman, like the role he's been on, I'm okay with that. The Battle Royal was interesting. That Omos just dominated. I mean, there's 25 of them. He eliminated 12 people. He was number 13. So literally pretty much eliminated half the field, eliminated half the other people. And it was a good time. Everyone got their spot in there, which, is all those things are really for. And Omos got an individual moment, not just, there with AJ, which is good. He got his moment. Everyone deserves their moment. So I was okay with it. I mean, they stole the pizza. The Prophets didn't throw it into the crowd. And I thought they drugged that out just staring at it too long, but good for Omos. See what they're going to do. I mean, the Royal Rumble's coming up. So because they had him dominate so much here, wonder what they're going to have him like either do that again, or is he just going to go in there and just get the normal big guy? Or he's just putting people out and then everyone knocks him out finally. It's going to be one of those, I think, because he's not ready yet. But again, they still put on a good show with it. The Rock, when he won the Rumble, was another moment. And I then move on to the SmackDown Tag Champs, the Usos. And they lost to the Raw Champs, RK Bro. And I'm just going to break it down to very simple. Like, with who is in the ring, you expected a great match. And I felt they delivered, and it was a good match. And again, like no stupid was involved, which is the real shocking thing there. But Jimmy going for the splash on Riddle, and Randy jumps in the ring, catching him with an RKO on landing. Again, another good way for Randy to get one of those, in there and look good. They get the victory. Last Rock moment of the night, I believe, was him and Cena once in a lifetime at Mania, which, still a good one. The whole egg thing, Sonya and Adam in Vince's office, tells Adam to interview everybody, whatever. They'll get to the bottom of it, have everyone on Raw. And I knew they were doing it just, get a number and get a really good rating because they're going to have everybody on there. I still am yet to watch it. I've seen lots of stories about a fan attacking Seth. And I just got to think, man, think if it was like back in the day before kayfabe got all like blown up and stuff, like what he's doing now, like that would be considered gold if he was doing that. Like back then, just riling them up that much, they're attacking him. It might still be considered a good thing. I just don't think in this generation that it means as much anymore. If you're that like angry about it, like calm down, bro. Like I love me some wrestling. I'm not going to go and jump a barricade and get arrested and all those other things because he hurts my brain. But yeah, I'll get to watch it. Been busy. The Xia Li graphic novel like video package. I like it. I just know what they do to everyone else when they get called up from NXT, and I hope they don't ruin what she had going. I mean, I thought she was really, really on fire and one of the best things they had going. I mean, I really did. Like, I loved what she was doing down there when they did the whole repackaging of her. Through all that training and all that, she came back. She was just running through people. So I hope that they don't screw, because I really do think they have something with her. I think that like there's something special that could be done with her and all of that. I just don't want them to go and main roster up another really good, NXT talent that was on fire before they got up to the main roster, and then see what the main roster does. I mean, granted, like she was on fire, and then we haven't seen her in forever, but see how it all goes. Please God, don't ruin Xia Li. At least I like it. If you don't like it, comment and tell me. But I think that it's really good. This is something that they got going there, so they shouldn't go and screw it up. Hopefully. And we got to the 5-on-5 women's match with Raw, with Bianca Belair, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley versus the SmackDown team of Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Toni Storm, Shotzi, and Sasha Banks. And Carmella got taken out. Yeah, like it's just, I don't know. Toni Storm rolled up and eliminated Carmella right away. Shotzi and Sasha still had stuff going on the whole time, but we all knew it after the backstabber that it wasn't gonna be over. But seeing Carmella go away so quick, I mean, like, and I'm pretty sure there's a CM Punk chant, which probably isn't the nicest thing in the world to be doing that while they're out there doing it. But I mean, it seems to be how much faith people had and all that. But and then Tony Storm eliminates Queen Zelina. And then from what I hear, they won the women's tag titles last night. Like they get eliminated their jokes and then whatever. Liv Morgan eliminated Tony Storm. So there's that. Tony Storm and Sasha eliminate, Liv Morgan. Splashes and stuff. Shayna Baszler eliminated Rhea Ripley. It was a 4-on-1 for advantage for SmackDown. Just being Bianca. And then Sasha and Banks and Sasha, and Shotzi outside the ring, having their stuff again. Still, they wouldn't let Sasha get back in. So she gets eliminated, goes down to 3-on-1. Again, I think this Sasha and Shotzi thing's not anywhere near over. I mean, we all knew it after the backstabber, after they shook hands. Like it wasn't just going to be over like that. To see how dumb they play it all off. And then Bianca Belair eliminated Natalya, Shayna Baszler, and Shotzi for the win. But Shotzi was, the sole survivor for SmackDown. So maybe that means something good for her, at least, that they had her be the last one in there with all of that. But the way I think they're trying to build it up. I really do. I think they're trying to do something with her and with it. But again, it's going to be her and Sasha for a while, just because the way that I'm sure Sonya's going to get involved again for not letting her back in the ring, getting her eliminated and all that. But I don't think those two are done yet. And that just sowed the seeds. So, boom. No, finally, I was wrong. See, final Rock moment of the night is when Fox, had this Friday Night SmackDown, debut, and he was there in the ring with Becky and Corbin when he was still King Corbin. Good one. Heyman and Kayla, again, still gold, no matter what they do. And then Roman defeated Big E, Universal Champion, defeated the WWE Champion. I mean, Roman hasn't been pinned in forever. Would that have been nice for, Big E to be the one? Yes, just to make him look even better. But they put on a hell of a match. All I have to say is, Roman's entrance is like Undertaker, like in its length now. Not saying it's like the Undertaker's and epicness or any of that. Length, though, that thing is officially up there. We all can agree with that. That's up there. He hit the rock bottom like move. So, I mean, for the Rock to not show up after he did that, it's adding another wrinkle for him to have to show up at some point. But if he wasn't going to be there that night, who the hell do you think you are? Like all that. Like, I didn't get it. Other than that, it was a great night. Like, it was really, really a great match for the night. It was a good way to end it. I was surprised that it ended clean. Like, there were no Usos, there's no inanimate object, there was no anything. Like, so good for them. Like, they actually let all the matches end, pretty much, clean. Which are a long time. I mean, especially those guys using weapons and all that stuff. Like, that was all the time. So I was really happy to see it go clean. And I watched the replay, but so I didn't get. But I still see people trying to watch the replay and Peacock screwing with them, and Peacock didn't screw with me. So clean endings to matches, not a lot. I mean, there's the egg thing, and there was some dumbness, but I thought the wrestling, though, like the key point of it, I thought the wrestling was great. I thought they did a good job with that. So I can't really complain about that. Like, I thought the wrestling was superior. And while this is, Survivor Series, it's kind of a wrestling show. I mean, it might be World Wrestling Entertainment, but wrestling is still in there. Big key part of that. Second word in the title. Like, so, bad wrestling takes away from, any of the entertainment value when wrestling matches just suck. So good on them. I overall say it was a really good pay-per-view to me, just because, the match quality and stuff, we got to extend some stories and, and again, it was just so clean. Like, I was expecting foreign objects and just all hell to break loose, and it didn't. So I'm actually really stoked about that. I'm kind of happy that they didn't. So good on them. Hopefully you guys agree. Like, I enjoyed the wrestling matches. The first time I enjoyed WWE's wrestling matches on a show in a long time, because normally there's always something stupid when they're actually having a good match that they go and ruin the good match by doing something stupid. So that was great for me. I considered, job well done to them. Could it be better? Yes, but everything could always be better. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. So I consider it a victory. So, again, comment away. Tell me what you think. I thought it wasn't a complete waste of my life, which was a good change of pace compared to how they normally are. So that's just me, though. That being said, though, I am going to jump off for the day. I'm probably going to be gone, fair warning, until either Sunday or probably more than likely Monday, thanks to the holiday going up to PA. See mom and dad, they just got over COVID. So I'm going to go see them, my sisters. And yeah, so I won't be able to watch anything because mom will be damned if she actually has me watching wrestling in her house. Hell will probably freeze over much easier. Yeah, me and Drew will get along before that happens. So anyway, comment away and tell me what you think, about it. If you agree with me, if you think I'm an idiot, don't forget, to share the videos out. The more shares people do, the easier it is for me and Justin and Dan when they're on there. It gets more eyeballs and ears on us, which helps get everything out there. And we know what you think because feedback is always good. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Don't forget, like, share, comment, repeat on everything. I greatly appreciate you guys. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy your family. Be good to one another. Watch some wrestling if you got time, some wrestling shows. And then come back to your findings and tell us what you've been doing on the page. I'll read it. Message me. I don't care, but enjoy your Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and repeat on all videos, and especially this one. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you next week. So until next time, enjoy Thanksgiving, enjoy each other, and peace.